I recently visited Dassai Blue in Hyde Park, New York with my fiance. This is the sister brewery to Dassai in Japan.
So in order to make high quality sake, we of course have to start with high quality rice. There's a little gray mass in the center of the grain. That is that starchy core. So it's basically gold to sake brewers. It's what creates a lot of those delicate flavors and aromas that you'll taste in the sake. But we're minimizing the grain to maximize the flavor. For the longest time, people thought that 50% was the closest that we could get to that starchy core while still making a consistent product. But we actually broke a world record and managed to make it all the way down to 23%.
Dassai put premium sake on the map. After learning about the quality rice it takes to make great sake, we checked out the different rooms dedicated to steps in the sake making process. Our tour guide gave a great explanation of what koji does for the sake making process.
Active cultures, like yeast, require a warm environment and sugar to make whatever it is they're going to make, in this case alcohol. That starchy core that I mentioned is full of complex starches, which are really difficult for the yeast to break down. So this is where the koji comes in. It's going to enter the grain, eat those starches and turn it into sugar. That way the yeast can turn those sugars into alcohol.
After we checked out the sake prep areas and learned about koji rice, we walked across the building to see more of the process. We checked out the giant sake press and the room dedicated to pasteurization.
Next we'll be getting into the actual tasting, which I'm sure you guys are super excited about. We'll be trying the type 23, the 35, and the 15 Nama. So you'll get to try an unpasteurized today.
Then we went back down to the main area where we were served a snack of our choice and tried 3 different sakes.
We will pour the sake and they'll give you your tasting notes in the recommended order. Very similar to a wine tasting, we're going to be starting from the lightest and driest and working our way over to the sweetest and the most robust. So this means that we'll be going from left to right.
My favorite was the 23. It's one of the best sakes I've ever had. Super refined, clean, and delicious.
We're unpasteurized, so this means we can have a dry.
Marissa and my combined favorite was the 35, so we grabbed a bottle on our way out.
So it's going to have more robust flavors, a little bit more aggressive.
It was winter during our visit, but we are definitely going to visit again in the summer and try another one of the fantastic tours at Dassai Blue. Until next time, kampai.